Okay. Good afternoon. We are really, really, really excited to share with you this afternoon some of our health journey. It won't include everything. We probably don't have time to do everything because, yeah, we have just been blessed so much by what Plexus has done in our lives, our family lives. First off, I want to read a disclaimer. Um, the opportunity of a lifetime is brought to you by independent Plexus ambassadors and is not sponsored by Plexus Worldwide. At Plexus Worldwide, we want you to know that the results you are about to hear may vary from person to person, and we do not claim to cure, treat, or prevent any disease. So right off, I just want to start by telling you a little bit of my story. I started Plexus in March, the end of March. I would have gotten my products the beginning of April of 2015. And I was just a super, super tired mama of three little ones. My youngest was 1, and so I really had no reason to be tired. She was sleeping all night. And yeah, just a normal crazy household of 3 kiddos. But we live an active lifestyle. My husband is a farmer, and I babysit little children as well. And so, anyways, I was just sick of how I was feeling, sick of my daily pain in my head from low blood sugar, as well as yeah, super tiredness. And so I have found, I come across through a friend some of these Plexus supplements, and started talking to Clarita and decided that I would try them. I jumped right in as a wholesale member for the best prices and told her I really don't want to share. I really just want my own health back. And after about a month, found huge changes in my health. And as time went on, and as time still goes on, I find that I don't want to go a day without them. Just love it. Love how I have the energy to play with my kiddos and to do things like today. I made a whole bunch of applesauce. I think something like, I don't know, 50 quarts. I don't really know. But anyways, a lot of applesauce. And we're still going strong, canning it through the night. But yes, so I went through a pregnancy on Plexus, and I took the X Factor multivitamin right here. This was my vitamin of choice for my prenatal, and I had such great results. My iron that is always low was not low for the first time ever. And during a pregnancy, I count that as a huge win. And so there is an ingredient in there called New Zealand black currant, and it's very high in natural iron. So I didn't have to take those tiny little red pills that make you have trouble going to the bathroom. And who needs that when you're pregnant? So yes, I am finding that having high levels of iron has been such a huge blessing, and has helped my tiredness and many things. And this multivitamin also contains aloe, and there's so many benefits in aloe. You can check that out on your own time if you would like to, or I can actually even post something in the event after this. I'd love to do that, about the black currant and the aloe. So be watching for that. And next up on the panel is going to be my friend Sarah Woodrick. She is a silver ambassador, sneaking her way up on the next rank up, which I'm so excited about. She is a mama to 2 little boys. I guess one's not so little. I don't even know the ages, maybe 9 and 5?
12.
12. 5. Okay. And yes, she's going to share a little bit about her story now.
You're good, Sarah. Go ahead. I unmuted you.
Okay. Okay, it is so good to be here. I just got back from a really nice walk, and it's a beautiful day out today. So I just wanted to start by saying I'm so glad to share with you all. My journey started, 18 months ago. I was dealing with a host of health issues that, impacted my daily life. I wasn't the wife and mother that I really desired to be, and a lot of it came down to blood sugar problems, along with digestive issues. I had everything. Food intolerances, weight issues, the list goes on. I felt pretty trapped in my body, which was it's a terrible feeling to feel like you really have no hope, like you just are desperate to find some changes. So I didn't have any energy either. I felt fatigued, run down. Just the daily activities of life were hard to do. So my great friend Stephanie shared Plexus with me, and I'm so thankful. I jumped right in. I don't know if I even really thought about it much. I just felt like, these products are really going to help me because of what I was already dealing with. So I joined in May 2014. I'm trying to think dates here. And I'm very pleased with the results that I was getting just within 2 weeks. Energy was really soaring. I was starting to realize I was feeling like I could tackle anything. And I remember one day just thinking, wow, I've gotten more done in today than I have an entire week prior. So I felt like I could run a marathon, and I had never run a day in my life. So, so that was something that was totally different for me. So I guess it's hard for me to really put my thoughts all on, speaking to you all, but I just feel like the products have really helped me with so many different issues, and gut health and blood sugar regulation are just so key to overall health and wellness. And I had no idea. I was never told that by any practitioner or anything that I went to see. And so I feel like these products have definitely given me hope, and I want to share that with everyone else that I come in contact with. The triplex is what I'm going to focus on because I believe those products were definitely key. The Plexus Slim works to balance the blood sugar levels and increases the willpower over food. It also balances the lipid and cholesterol levels and burns fat instead of muscle. Who doesn't like that, especially me? The BioCleanse is huge because I was always a person that struggled with using the bathroom regularly, and it energizes the body and also cleans the gastrointestinal tract and helps with, going to the bathroom. I am so thankful, and I know I was really, really deficient in magnesium as well, and that helps in a lot of areas. The probiotic is the only one I have tried that has really, really helped because I was always craving sugars and starches in excess, and I know it was because I had overgrowth of fungus in my intestinal tract that was just wreaking havoc everywhere in my body. And so the probiotic definitely went in and broke that down, and really I've seen some huge things with the probiotic. So it's probably one of my favorite products, but I won't be without any of them. So I'm just wanting to encourage each one of you that are listening, these products aren't a cure-all, but you know what? They are there to help you achieve optimal health and wellness. And thank you for your time.
Hi, I guess I'm next. My name, it's okay. I'll introduce myself. My name is Sarah Mosier, and I am a mother of 4. I'm a Silva ambassador with Plexus Worldwide, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about my story, just a little tidbit. Just like the rest of us, we really, don't have enough time to share our whole story. So if something seems really interesting to you and you want to learn more, feel free to contact any one of us, and we'd love to share more. But with me, I started Plexus July of 2015. So a little over a year now. Well, it's October, so more than a year. And at that point, when I started, I had just been told by my doctor that I was scheduled for a very delicate surgery. For as long as I can remember, I have always struggled with overgrowth, and my hormones have always been outrageous since I can remember. I have, because of that overgrowth, I had been through several miscarriages, and my pregnancies were not a lot of fun. I was in a lot of pain through all 4 of them. In particular, my son, who is my 4th child, that pregnancy was not a fun pregnancy for me at all, because of pain and because of my overgrowth. I'd also, after my 3rd child, this is giving you a little bit of background. After my 3rd child, I had developed masses, and they had begun to grow after she was born. I got pregnant I got pregnant with my son, even though we tried really hard not to, because I was in a very dark state at that time. We got pregnant with my son right after. So with my hormones raging already, they got even worse during that pregnancy. So anyway, I had masses grow through my pregnancy with him, and I had a surgery to remove them when I was 36 weeks pregnant with my son. That was very difficult. It was very painful. It was very hard to go through. And after my son was born, my hormone issues just continued to get worse after that. My masses started growing again. I was in a lot of pain. It was a constant state of cramping and pain for me. And I finally started Plexus when they scheduled me for my 2nd surgery. So I was in a pretty desperate state at that point. I started on the triplex in July. 6 weeks after I started on the triplex, my pain was lessened by quite a bit. And I put virtually no pain. I still had some pain, but it was nothing like it was before. And that was, before that point, was 18 months worth of pain. 8 weeks, I had a scan done, and my masses were not growing anymore, which was huge. They hadn't stopped growing since my son was born, so that was a big deal. And after 12 weeks, I consider myself pain-free. I had flare-ups here and there, and I had another scan done, and they had begun to shrink. So that was, again, they were growing right from the start. So that was a no-brainer for me. Once I started not having any more pain, and I started seeing that, it was like, okay, well, I'm in it for the long haul. And so, I began to share before that almost immediately, but I guess I feel like since then there's been many things. That was a big thing for me, my hormones being regulated. Who doesn't want their hormones regulated, right? And I no longer have to worry about the pollen count or certain smells that will make me sneeze or watery eyes or anything like that. Sorry guys, but I have a 4-day cycle now instead of a 10-day cycle with no pain. That's a big deal for me. And I don't have to worry about what I eat anymore. It doesn't bother me. What I eat doesn't bother me. So that's me in a nutshell. I guess I feel like now, instead of being in survival mode, I feel like now I'm thriving more than I was before. I have the energy to get through the day. I don't have to take a nap in the middle of the day. I can actually, I'm homeschooling too, so I feel like I have a lot on my plate, and it's a lot, but I can get through my day without being a nervous wreck. And also, what I'm going to talk about is this little thing here. It's backwards, or it might be backwards for you. I can see it backwards, but it's the Mega X. And this stuff is amazing because I had shortly after my surgery, maybe I never mentioned my surgery was canceled. I didn't have to have my surgery, which was a huge blessing. That was my biggest goal. So shortly after they canceled my surgery, it might have even been before, because I think they introduced this Mega X at conference that year. So it would have like come out in like July or August or something. And so I had started it shortly after they came out with a new formula. And this is my little Vanna. And so I had started taking it anyway, because my doctor had said that she had, which I had had a couple of doctors at that point, but they had told me that I needed to get on an omega supplement. And so I had showed her this one, and she looked it over, and she's like, oh yeah, definitely take this one. And she told me how much to take, which at that point was a ridiculous amount. I was taking like 8 a day at first, but it was huge. And the reason why she said I needed to get on omegas was because she said that my eyes looked sick, which was really funny to me. But I started taking this, and it was amazing, the amount of clarity I have. And I started looking into it more, and realized that our body doesn't create all the fatty acids that it needs. And so what this does, it gives you the omega benefits of 3, 6, 9, 5, and 7. It's as far as I know, the only plant-based omega supplement. Like there's no fishy burps. Like you can smell it and you don't have fishy burps, which is amazing. I think I've never really taken a fish oil, but I've heard the good stuff, and I don't want fishy burps. So this is awesome. It's created using ahi flour, which contains the omega-3. And you're on my paper. The research suggests that it lowers triglyceride levels, it supports healthy lipid levels, supports normal cholesterol and blood pressure levels. It promotes cardiovascular health, and it helps manage stress. And it did all that for me. I mean, I never really had an issue with my heart, but I come in contact with my doctor shortly after, I don't know, it might have been a week or so, just out and about. And she looked at me and she's like, Sarah, your eyes, like you look healthy. So this is a big one for me. I really, since I've cut back on it since, and I just take 2 a day. But, and actually Stephanie had told me while I was on it, taking those 8 a day, it actually helps burn belly fat. So I'm thinking I might have to get back on it more. So anyway,
belly fat.
So that's that. This is an amazing product. People have said that sleep at night. I take this before I go to bed at night, and I used to have a little bit of an issue of sleeping, but it was more, I wake up with my kids. It's not getting to sleep that was the problem. It was like waking up in the middle of the night, and all of a sudden I'm like I wake up with the kids and I'm lying there awake. But now I go right back to sleep. It's amazing. So this is awesome. So the next person who's going to be speaking is Jolene. Jolene is a silver ambassador with Plexus, and she is a mother of 2. And she's amazing. She has a heart for missions and a heart for everybody around her, and I just love her. So take it away, Jolene.
Thank you. Very glad to be here. I do love to share with others about Plexus. My life has been improved dramatically. About 2 years ago, my health had hit rock bottom. Despite a very active, all-natural lifestyle, I found myself being seen by many doctors, including typical MDs, doctors that specialize in nerve and brain, spinal doctors. Even sought out counseling. He was definitely very down and discouraged, sad all the time, in constant worry, to the point where I could not take care of my children, despite trying to be a wife and a mother and have a full-time job. And so I got to the point where my husband and I talked and said something has to get done. And unfortunately, that meant going on 3 medications. I was on medication for my constant sadness. I was being medicated for lack of sleep, uncontrollable pain, and being in constant worry. That was never my goal, to be medicated, and I really wanted to be able to come off of those medications. And so when I found out about Plexus about 17 months ago to the day, I didn't second guess anything. I definitely felt this was God's plan for my life, and I jumped in with both feet. I joined Ray as an ambassador to get wholesale pricing because I knew I was committed in the long haul. And so for me, I did start out with the triplex. Definitely balancing hormones and insulin in the body was huge for me. I no longer was waking up every morning with head pain that would not go away throughout the entire day, despite eating nuts every few hours and those types of foods. I definitely felt like I was not constantly tired out. It wasn't long, probably about 3 months, I added in the X Factor. I absolutely love it. I knew my body was very deficient in vitamins and minerals, some of those that showed up on blood work labs and some that did not. And I knew that this was a vitamin that would help me in those areas, and it definitely has. And so for me, I guess I'm going to spend a lot of time talking about 2 products I absolutely love. One being the Ease, and this is for pain. If you read the labels on them, it does contain New Zealand greenlet mussels, which is a crustacean in the form of Adderall. And it also has turmeric in it, which is a natural anti-inflammatory. A lot of good information on this out there. I personally love Dr. Dennis Harris. I may put some of his links below too in the comments because I love his videos. And he is a doctor and helped create the formula for this. And so once I started using this, one of the biggest reasons why I suffered from so much pain is because I have multiple spinal injuries, starting back as far as about 8 years ago. And I have gone through and completed 2 neck surgeries so far that includes metal plating and 8 screws that will never leave my body. And I do have more spinal injuries in the middle and lower back. And so for me, yes, I'm going to get emotional. The pain was unbearable. Sorry. And so having to make decisions about more surgeries. My first surgery was unsuccessful. They had removed discs and tried to fuse vertebrae in my body, resulting in hardware. And I did never recover from that surgery. The fusion never took. And so about 2 years later, I went through another surgery. And so during this time is where a lot of the emotions came in, and I really hit rock bottom in my health. I was able to complete that second surgery, and it's been a long haul. It's been actually 2 years yesterday of that surgery. And so, but my body is gaining. I know from the supplements and the absorption that's happening and the reduction of inflammation in my body, it's healing. I am able now to complete physical therapy exercises that I have been trying to complete for 8 years. I walk every day. I'm able to control the inflammation in my body. And as long as I don't overdo and use common sense, I feel wonderful. Actually, yesterday at the pep rally at the school I work with, I was part of the tug of war, and we won. But I thought I might really pay for that this morning, and I woke up feeling great. And I know that that's just because I'm able to build muscle without being in excess pain. And the second thing that's really helped me tremendously is the plexus nerve. Again, I have a lot of damage in my nerves. 8 years of spinal injuries, and there's still injuries in there that have not been dealt with yet. And as long as I can control my pain, I do not plan on going into any surgeries anytime soon, though they're most likely inevitable. But this is a huge, it's been a huge factor in my life. Not only is it helping with my nerve pain and my spinal injuries, it's also been helping in the massive, massive head pain that I would have multiple times during the month, for many reasons, I believe. But the thiamine, the B12, and those types of things that you find in here, the alpha-lipoic acid, is really dealing with the nerve pain, the constant hard headaches that I would have that sometimes would last for days, and I would be vomiting, typically on my back, unable to function. And so I haven't had that much pain in my head. The last one I had was probably about 2 months ago. But in the course of being on Plexus, I've probably had 4, and I would have had those 4 pre-Plexus probably within 2 months' time. And so that has been a huge difference for me. And so, yes, I am actually so thankful for Nerve and Ease. They both helped my life tremendously. And there's also an Ease cream that you can put right on whatever area is causing you pain, and that's more of an immediate relief. These capsules, I find if I keep them in my system, it is part of my daily regimen, that I can keep my pain at bay for longer periods of time. And I'm one that just loves information. I love facts. I love to study. And so just some statistics I found out while I was researching earlier is billions of people are suffering from nerve pain or damage. And that can be due to injury in the spine, that can be due to neuropathy, which would be caused by unstabilized insulin in our bodies over time. And nerves will ultimately be affected by that. Oftentimes numbing nerve pain is excruciating. If it's something we haven't dealt with, it's really unexplainable, but it's very hard to deal with. And also 15 million people are actually disabled because of neck and spine pain. And so that means disabled to the point where you no longer can work. And so I am so thankful that I am able to function and be as active as I am, considering what my spine has been through. Yeah, so I'm very thankful about those products. I would love to share more, and I really appreciate Dr. Dennis Harris and some of the videos that he's put together on these particular products.
Wow. Wow, I was getting all emotional. I was sitting here, just my eyes were filling with tears. Like, wow, the stories are just incredible. And that's why we share. That's why we share Plexus. Not because it's a quick fix, not because it's a magic cure, but because of the way that people's health are so drastically changed, and people get their lives back. They're able to be the wives and the mothers and the families that they want to be. So thank you for those who joined us today. What we talked about mostly was the triplex, the Slim, the ProBio 5, and the BioCleanse. These 3 are known as the triplex. Fabulous combo. And we don't want you to miss out on the free shipping that is happening now through Monday. Just get with whoever invited you to this event or whoever sends you the link to this event. They'll give you the code. You want to make sure to order. It comes with a 60-day money-back guarantee. There is absolutely nothing to lose, except maybe your bad health, and that's not such a bad thing. So thank you so much. Ladies, thank you for sharing your stories. I'm just so deeply moved by your stories and by the change of health, and I think we're just all so grateful. And so thank you for joining us, and here's cheers for a wonderful fall and autumn and better health ahead. So thank you all so much.